Hi, hello again. Thank you for joining me. Today's card we're going to be using a stamp by Deep Red called Dress Form Flourish, and we're going to embellish that with Perfect Pearls Shimmer by Ranger. So let's get started. We'll start by mounting the stamp to the Fiskars stamp press, and then we will ink up the stamp using the Perfect Pearls Perfect Medium. And if you don't have the Perfect Medium, then you can just use something like Versamark, or you can use Tim Holtz Distress Inks. And we're going to ink up the stamp very liberally. We're going to stamp it on the paper and we'll go from there. Okay, I got a good image stamped here on the black cardstock. So now I'm going to add the Perfect Pearls. Using a round brush that comes with the Perfect Pearl kit, I'm adding a nice liberal layer of Perfect Pearl. And it doesn't matter if I'm going outside the lines because we'll wipe that up later. I'm switching over to the gold Perfect Pearls to finish off the dress. These Perfect Pearls are so fun to work with. They add shimmer. They're not extremely messy. They're really easy to work with. I'm just cleaning off the brush so I don't mix the colors. And I'm going to add another layer evenly and burnishing it into the Perfect Pearl medium. And then the dress will be done. So at this point, I realize I want to make the base of the dress form shiny. I don't want it to be shimmery like the dress. So I use black embossing powder. And I just put it right over the Perfect Pearls medium because it's the same as using Versamark. Tap off the excess. I'm going to use my heat tool to emboss it. And then I'm going to wipe everything down with a Swiffer duster. I'm using a scalloped oval die cut by Sizzix, and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. So I'm just taping down the die onto a piece of black cardstock using washi tape. I didn't really need to use the washi tape because I'm actually using the magnetic base for the Big Shot, so it would have stayed in place anyway. So I ran it through. And I'm pulling it off of the die cut. As you see the frame there on the mat. And I had that leftover piece. Don't throw that away because we can use that again later. Now I'm applying a nice thin layer of the Perfect Pearls medium to this frame. And I'm going to dust it with the Perfect Pearl Gold. I like having the thin layer of the gold with the black cardstock peeking through. It gives it that antique frame look. And of course, using Scotch mounting tape, I'm going to adhere the frame to the image. I decided to use a strip of scalloped black ribbon to run across the bottom of the card. So I'm going to adhere that using 1/8 of an inch wide double-sided score tape. Okay, I was going to do a little card surgery right here, but I don't want to risk tearing the front of the card by pulling the frame apart. So I just tucked the ribbon behind. It won't be seen once it's mounted onto the actual card. Okay, so now what? Let's see, I need to put a sentiment on. So I'm going to use Stampabilities, clear stamps, and they have a nice selection of statements here. So I'm going to form a sentiment. I have my sentiment all ready to go. So now I'm going to heat emboss it onto this strip of black cardstock using Versamark watermark ink. And I'm going to use Tinsel Silver by Ranger embossing powder. Alright, so I have my sentiment all ready to go. I'm going to apply it to the card. Before I do that, I'm going to round the corners with my We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. This time I'm using the 1/4 inch side.
This cat can dance.
Okay, so I'm doing a voiceover, obviously. And you can hear me talking in the background. I was watching Dancing with the Stars, actually, while I was making this card. And so I was watching Patti LaBelle do her dance, and I was just saying, Miss Patti can dance. Alright, I'm going to take a sheet of extra heavy white cardstock that I got at Joann's. It's a 120-pound gauge. It measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it down the middle on the 4 1/4 inch line. I'm going to fold on that scored line, and I'm going to burnish the fold with my Martha Stewart bone folder. Using Mono Permanent Adhesive by Tombow, I'm going to adhere the image to the front of the card base that we just made. See how that perfect pearl just shimmers in the light? I love it. But I'm looking at the front of the card and I still need something else in that bottom right hand corner. So while I wait for my heat gun to warm up, I'm going to clean up just a little bit. And I've chosen to use a flower from Prima Flowers, gold tone, to match the card. Okay, so I have hot glue and I'm adhering it to the card. And that completes our card for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have time, please head over to my Facebook page. And especially if you've made this card or something similar, you can share the image at my Facebook page. I'll see you next time. Happy scrapping!